My enemies are many. My equals are none. In the shade of olive trees, they said Italy could never be conquered. In the land of pharaohs and kings, they said Egypt could never be humbled. In the realm of forest and snow, they said Russia could never be tamed. Now they say nothing. They fear me, like a force of nature, a dealer in thunder and death. I say, I am Napoleon. I am Emperor. Burn it!
Hello Commanders, and welcome to a brand new episode in series playing Darthmod Napoleon Total War as, of course, Napoleon Bonaparte, and we are going to be playing through every single Napoleonic campaign, going from Italy to Egypt to Europe, and then of course to Waterloo as well. Hopefully we'll be able to conquer that one and actually beat back the British on this battle. I've actually never played this battle before, so that will be very interesting. But in this campaign, we're going to be playing through each and every one, starting from the beginning, going from Italy, Egypt, and Europe. And throughout this, I've actually been very big into the Napoleonic history. So I've been reading this book called Napoleon by Adam Zamoyski. And this book is a telling of Napoleon from a completely different point of view, not as Napoleon being this audacious general that was able to conquer the world and he's just like Napoleon the Great. They actually take a critical lens to him and see him through a pessimistic view, as I should say. So throughout this campaign, I'm going to be trying to roleplay as Napoleon throughout his each and every campaign that he goes through, and seeing if we can recreate the battles. And I'll also give a little bit of a history lesson, if you will, on Napoleon Bonaparte as his rise to fame. So of course, as Napoleon became the Emperor of Europe, he didn't start during this campaign. This was actually his first ever appointee to an army, and he got appointed the Army of Italy, which was the lowest of the armies that were fighting against Germany and Austria during the First Coalition. This army was a ragtag group of people. They didn't even have boots on their feet when he first came in. So he revolutionized this army, gave amazing speeches, inspired them to be the army that he wanted them to be. And he really revolutionized all of northern Italy through his conquests. He established different republics. He subjugated Piedmont, Sardinia, Piedmont. And he also even fought the Pope during this time, which he then, during his peace treaties, actually got a lot of works of art from the Pope, which, if you ever go to France and you go to the Louvre, you can actually see a lot of that artwork in the Louvre today. So Napoleon is really one of the greatest military generals of all time, and he is probably one of the most influential people in the early modern era. You know, like his republics and a lot of the things that he formed actually stayed to this day, and a lot of European nations copied his ideas later down the road after he was defeated. So I'm going to read through this Italian campaign, and we'll begin as the young Napoleon at 24 years of age, taking on the Army of Italy. So, Italy, the new revolutionary republic of France, is under threat from all the old reactionary nations of Europe. It is clear that there are no options other than war, and that the utter ruination of France is the only aim of Austria and France's other enemies. The Austrians are motivated by fear. They fear their own people will follow the same revolutionary path. The Austrians can be confronted in Germany and northern Italy. Austria's possessions in Italy are ready for liberation. The other states of Italy bear watching, but should not be able to stand against the righteous anger of the French people. General Napoleone di Bonaparte, in charge of the Army of Italy's artillery, has been appointed to command the entire army. It is his duty to hold onto France's territory in the Italian peninsula. This is, however, an ambitious and skillful man, and he has plans to drive the Austrians out of Italy and back to the gates of Vienna. Very cool. So we'll watch the first cutscene, and then we'll begin the campaign.
Some men live a simple life, while others have a fire that threatens to engulf the world. I do not know when the fire in Napoleon first burned. Perhaps he had always had a destiny, but sometimes destiny can use a little help, or even a revolution.
See, no boots on.
The old ways were drowned in a tide of blood. A man could be whatever he wanted if he could weather the storm. In 1796, Napoleon was sent to command the army of Italy. We knew that Austria would fight in Germany. We knew the Italian campaign had become pointless. Napoleon thought differently. That was his talent. I will lead you through the most fertile plains in the world. You will find there honor, glory, and riches, he told us. The soldiers listened, but they didn't believe. They had long been without hope, without glory.
It is a crucial time in the war between France and the coalition. With the majority of French forces engaging Austria in the Rhineland, you've been placed in command of the destitute Armée d'Italie near the French-Italian border. Faced with impending invasion from Austrian forces stationed in Italy, it is vital that you address your army's dire situation and secure a foothold in the region before setting your sights on Austria itself. Capture Klagenfurt, and your forces will have a clear path to Vienna. The stronghold of Mantua may prove to be a challenging obstacle, although its seizure is vital if you hope to weaken the Austrian position in Italy. You will also face resistance from Austria's coalition ally, the Kingdom of Piedmont, Sardinia. Subjugating this nation, along with any other Italian states that stand in your way, will ensure you sufficient resources to crush the Austrians and overthrow the coalition once and for all.
Very cool. Thank you, Princess Leia, for that. I love the Darthmod mod. It's actually very good. So, mission issued: the March on Vienna. We have to capture the city of Klagenfurt. The description: Mon Général. Now that you have assumed command of the Armée d'Italie, you must prepare for the invasion of Austria. As we speak, our forces in the Rhineland are ready to advance into the Tyrol. If we are to have any hope of seizing Vienna, we must be in a position to support our forces when the time comes. To this end, we have been charged by the Directory to invade Carinthia and capture Klagenfurt, from whence we will be able to stage our glorious march on Vienna. A clear path to victory. Very good. So, this is the Italian campaign. Napoleon actually did invade all of this area and got all the way to Klagenfurt, where he couldn't go any further because his supply lines could not catch up to them in time. One of the main things that Napoleon did, before we begin, one of the main things that Napoleon did that really revolutionized the armies during this time is he created the corps system. So each individual army was a miniature army in of itself. Back in the day, the Austrians pretty much gathered all of their troops into one big mass and was commanded by a singular general. Napoleon was able to reorganize his military in a completely different system. Napoleon was very good at mathematics and organization, which made him he studied the battlefields before he even engaged in combat. He is really a military genius, if you will. I'm just going to give you a little bit of an insider on Napoleon and his life throughout this series. But this is actually what Napoleon looked like at the time. 24 years of age. People said he looked like death. He was small, even though he was average for his time. So he was small in stature compared to the other generals. And I think the other generals should be Massena. Oh yeah, Jean Serrier. And then this one should be Massena, right? Yes, Massena. So these were there was a couple other generals that were along with him during this time, or as Napoleon says, marshals. Marshals of the different corps. And I think one of them actually died in this region up here in, Trient. They did. So very cool. So I'm going to actually be treating each of these armies as their own corps. So they should all have their own artillery, their own cavalry unit, their own light infantry, as well as their own foot soldiers. During this campaign, when Napoleon got here, he had to really reorganize the army because none of them had even boots to wear. And honestly, they didn't really start becoming better until Napoleon captured Milan. So I'm going to kind of play historically in that instance and not get any of the better troops, like the Fusiliers of Line, which I think we could recruit. Yeah, the Fusiliers of Line until we capture Milan. So that's what we're going to do. I highly recommend, if you're really interested in this time period, to watch Epic History's Rise of Napoleon. They have a bunch of videos on Napoleon's campaigns in Italy, in Egypt, his 1805 campaign as well, which is what the other campaign starts as. So we're going to go through each one and we're going to talk about it. So starting off, we have this army here of Napoleon. He has some dragoons. He has a 6-pounder foot artillery, 2 of them. He has a Grenadiers of the Line, which is like the old guard. Then we have the Fusiliers of the Line, 2 Revolutionary Infantry, as well as a National Guard. I believe the Revolutionary Infantry is better than these guys. Yes, they are. So the militia suck. And the Fusiliers of Line is better than these guys. Of course, the elites are the Grenadiers. So during Napoleon's campaign, he actually, the Austrians thought he was going to push on Genoa, but what he really did was move up through here to get, I think, this far in real life, and then Sardinia, they gave up, and that's when they became a client state. But I think during this campaign, we do have to capture Turin, so we are going to do that. I think the first battle we should do is to beat back this dude over here, Eugène Mercier de Argenteau. So let's go ahead and start the very first battle of this campaign in Darthmod, Napoleon. Super excited about it. All right. So it looks like they do have some dragoons, 6-pounder artillery, German Fusiliers, and Landwehr. So let's go ahead and fight this battle. The Battle of Liguria, 1796. And remind you, Napoleon was 24 years old when he took over this army. And by the end of the Italian campaign, I believe he was like 26, 27? 26. So it took 2 years to actually finish this campaign. So let's take a look at our troops real quick. We do have the French Republic, the National Guard here. They got shoes on, so that's good for them. We have the Grenadiers. These are our old guard, but they weren't called the old guard until Napoleon in 1805, I believe. So these are our elite troops. These are the better units. Over here we have the Fusiliers of the Line, which is slightly better. And what's really cool about this mod is they actually did switch up the uniforms of these people because they didn't have a solid uniform during this time. They all had different helmets, and that didn't start becoming a uniform until much later. Like, look at these dudes. They're all in different coats. Looks like they all got shoes on, so that's good for them. But this is our Revolutionary Infantry. And then where is our... Oh, we don't have any lights. Our Dragoons are over here. Very cool units. Very nice. We got to use them sparingly. And as well as we have some artillery up here. So we're going to have to position these artillery like Napoleon would in a strategic location. Looks like the armies are over here. So I am actually going to place the artillery probably up on this hill and see if we could hit them from this angle. So that's what we're going to do. Artillery over there, and we'll bring the Revolutionary Line over here. The National Guard to support. Yeah, they won't be doing much supporting, and then we'll put the elite infantry kind of in the center. Put the Dragoons on the right flank. And Napoleon will keep you kind of back here. Awesome. So let's start the battle. Let's push them up. And let's start pushing these guys up as well. Let's put them in the valley over here. Let's push these guys up. Let's get you off fire at will and push you up as well. And Napoleon will push up here. So as we wait for the lines to commence, the German Fusiliers are moving up. Very cool outfits. And their artillery is right here about to... So the AI has never been particularly smart in Napoleon, and in Empire for that matter, so looks like they are going to be stationing it right here, which they don't have any clear line of sight. Unless it's their own troops, so very interesting AI. The Dragoons, I think we'll push up and see if we could take out their artillery, so I'm going to push them up this way. Let's have y'all walk. And what's crazy about Napoleon is that he was extremely young during this campaign. So when he first got to the scene, Massena, Serurier, they all thought he was this Paris appointee. So they thought nothing of him. They were like, whatever. He's just another general. He's probably going to go away after the failed invasion of Italy. And then they wouldn't have to worry about him. But then Napoleon got there, and he has this commanding presence. They said that he's this steely eyes about him, that every time he looks at you, he looks through you, and he demands this attention and command. Like, he was truly a leader amongst men. Like, people were inspired. The army of Italy absolutely loved Napoleon later on in the campaign, but there were times when they didn't like him either, especially when they invaded Egypt. But we'll get to that on the next campaign after this one. But let's actually move them up this way so we can have a better view over here. And we are attacking them, so are they just going to be sitting back there? Yeah, they're going to be sitting back there. Yeah, look at their artillery. Look at their line of sight. Perfect. Perfect. They don't take into consideration the land. I think we're going to push them up on this side. Can we get down here? No. We can't get down there at all, so let's go this way. And then we'll use the artillery to fire upon them. I think we'll actually move up with the infantry a little bit too. Let's see if we can't knock them out. Y'all are good. Let's unlimber the cannons. Let's see if we can't take fire. Can they even hit them from here? Are y'all gonna fire? Oh, they can't even hit him. All right, well, looks like we're going to have to move those guys even closer. Yeah, see, these guys are trying to fire into these horse artillery, but they can't do that. We'll wait till they get another volley, and then we'll send these guys in. Yep, missed. All right, run in there, boys. Actually, no, there's too much infantry there. Let's just keep them over there and let them run out of ammunition. And we'll move these troops up along this side. Let's move these guys a little bit closer. This will probably be a good zone. And we'll speed it up so we don't have to wait for them to move. Are they going to be shooting their own guys? No. So yes, Napoleon, before he got command of the army of Italy, he was actually born in Corsica, in Ajaccio, which is on the western coast of Corsica. And he was actually born to a noble family that were called the Bonapartes, but they weren't particularly rich. Corsica during this time was extremely poor, and during his rise to even get into the military, his father actually partitioned with the king to get him a position into the French army after France bought Corsica from Genoa. And during that time, Corsica even rebelled against the French, but they didn't do particularly well, as you would think. A huge army versus a smaller force in the mountains of Corsica didn't do well. So once he got into the position, once he got into the military school, he was bullied a lot for being a Corsican. Also, his mother was said to have an affair with a French dignitary that was in charge of Corsica. So they said that he only got this position because he's the real son of that French diplomat or governor of Corsica. So they ridiculed him for that. And he really did grow up wanting to be... Let's take a look at our artillery here. He grew up wanting to be... Oh yeah, we got a good hit on them. Yeah, let's hit these guys. The German Fusiliers are probably the biggest threat here. The Landwehr, I don't care so much. They're just militia. So I'm not too worried about them. We're going to knock these dudes out. We probably won't even lose a single soldier during this. But during Napoleon's rise, he was actually very big into... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He was very big into freeing Corsica from the French clutches. He actually hated learning French. He hated learning German. He was actually really poor at speaking French throughout his entire youth. And then when he was 16 years old, he finally graduated from the school. Let's shoot these other guys. Oh, yeah. Artillery in this time period, it was absolutely devastating. So let's actually get our line set up here. They want to meet here. So let's meet them. Let's actually shoot their artillery and prepare. These guys should move back slightly, and then we'll charge them when the time is right. Let's put them in support. Revolutionary infantry probably won't do particularly well against these guys, but I think with the support of the Grenadiers and the Fusiliers of Line, they should do okay. Oh, the cavalry's coming. Let's move them down. And let's actually get y'all in canister shot. Let's have these guys run. Oh, yeah. Oh, the grape shot. Tearing them up. Let's switch back to regular cannon. Let's get these guys in square formation. Now, the militia can't get into square, but these guys can. So these horsemen are going to be going down in a flurry of bullets, even though our dudes are shooting our own guys. All right, hold back, hold back. Get out of square. We're good here. And I want you all to move this way. Let's push up with the Fusiliers. Cannons. Let's see if we can hit those guys on the back. Right over here. Let's run, boys. Run a little bit, will ya? Let's actually push up with the militia. See if we could outflank them a wee bit. Uh-oh. go in line. Or a square. Oh no! No, why are you firing that way? Fire at these guys. Oh, these guys are just getting eaten up. Perfect. Oh my god, you guys are firing at the wrong dudes! Hit those guys! Oh my god, we're gonna be losing more men to our own friendly fire. Let's get these guys up here. And what's really cool about Napoleon during his entire Italian campaign is that he really did not lose a single troops. During some of those battles, the Austrians would lose something like 10,000 men, either from battle, from getting captured, and Napoleon would lose something like 300. Like, during that time, they didn't do that, you know? Oh, we're getting quite a big volley over here. Let's push up with these guys. Our horsemen, let's not go in front of the artillery. Let's go up the hill. All right, let's run, boys. Run a little bit. Get your feet wet. All right, the cannon can shoot down those guys. Let's see if we can get a fire in from our line infantry on the hill here. Incredible. Oh yeah, nice volley there. Oh, look at these guys. All right, run, boys. You're eager, then get stuck in. Yeah, the cannon's tearing up these dudes. Yeah, let's run into position. Let's see if we could flank them. Now that's general staff. All right, run back. Let's see if we can't hit them with our fusiliers, or with our fusiliers, with our dragoons. Just park there. Yeah, they're gonna have to kind of walk around these dudes a little bit. All right, let's get these guys. Charge them. And let's meet them. And we'll take out those cannons. We'll move these guys up for the retreating infantry. And we'll just have them walk. And during this time, France and the French people were actually really obsessed with the idea of heroism, as well as ancient Greek and Roman heroes of the time. We have retreated the Austrians over here. Let's follow them up. We'll push the militia up further. Napoleon is back there. Come on, Napoleon, get back in here. Oh, the cannons are still tearing them up. Oh my goodness. We have routed the cannons with the dragoon charge. Let's go kill their general. Incredible. Awesome. So the cannons, I think y'all could stop firing. Y'all don't have to run after them. Form up in a line. Actually, y'all could probably take those guys out. Yep. Take those dudes. Those guys are forming. I think the battle's over. The battle is practically won. We just got to take out the general. So Napoleon, I guess you can kill them. Can we fire on them? Once? No? There it is. Yeah. Now don't hit the general. Whatever you do, do not hit the general. We're gonna unlimber them and we're gonna park these dudes over here. Alright, back up. They're firing. They're firing. Stop your firing. Take them out. We have routed their general. That's okay. Napoleon get stuck in. He actually was in a singular battle, and that was the Battle of Toulon. Well, in a battle. I mean, he was actually fought hand-to-hand combat in the Battle of Toulon. But every other battle, he had taken shots before. In Egypt, there was actually a moment where he got almost hit by exploding artillery during the siege of Acre, which you could see in Assassin's Creed if you've played the first Assassin's Creed game, which is pretty interesting. And during the Battle of Abu Qir, which is which was in Egypt after the Ottomans landed near Alexandria. Come on, boys, take them out. He was actually hit, or not hit, but the people around him got hit with grape shot, and he didn't die. He didn't get hit whatsoever. He didn't get injured. And during the whole Egyptian campaign, they actually the people were the French troops were pretty much demoralized from that campaign because how hot it was, how many people were dying, a bubonic plague epidemic happened. I mean, they were really struggling out there. Come on, boys. Charge them. Let's end this battle. There we go. There it is. That's it. Victory is yours, a heroic victory. And after the Battle of Abu Qir, they regained their faith in Napoleon, is pretty much what I was going to say. So 2,164 troops deployed, 409 killed, remaining 1,700, 1,800 lost, 204 remaining. Enemies killed 332. They only killed 809, so we lost about 60 troops to friendly fire thanks to our cannons. And we have defeated this general. Matter supply post. Description: if we have to have any hope of driving a pass through Austria, it is imperative that we keep our regiments at full combat effectiveness with the majority of French military resources deployed on the German front. The Armée d'Italie has been left without access to some of our nation's finest troops. By establishing a supply post in one of the most commercial centers, we will be able to maintain the strength and numbers of all of our troop types, their scarcity in the region notwithstanding. Grant a unit of grenadiers and experience for all land units when we do that. I don't think we need to fight every single battle, so if we take this guy on, we could probably auto-resolve this. Yeah, just those two guys. We still lost 170? Ah, I hate that. Sometimes that sucks, the auto-resolve. So there's a few troops here, and I think we'll have Jean Sourier, who looks like Davout. That looks like Davout. And we'll have him go into Coney in Cuneo. All right, we are facing Colley himself, Michel Colley. He does have one unit of dragoons, a 12-pounder foot, line infantry, militia, line infantry, and a bunch of militia garrisons. I think what we're going to do is continue the siege, wait for Napoleon to get there with his army, and we'll surround them just as we should. Now, let's focus on Nice over here. We have one revolutionary infantry, one National Guard. We do need to build up some of our forces, and I think we're going to stick with revolutionary infantry for now. Oh, we can't even get them. We could get Fusiliers, interestingly enough. I wonder what that means exactly. Maybe we get them instantly? I don't know. So, it's early April 1796. Let's check our government. We have Luce La Rivière Lepeau, who is one of the directors. If you didn't know about the Napoleonic history during this time, France was controlled by the Directory, which was 5 dudes. And all of the French people thought they were corrupt, that they were only in it for their own personal gain. And so when Napoleon started winning in the Battle of Italy, or in the theater of Italy, they really welcomed him as a true hero. And the French painter, I forgot his name, like Jean-Louis David, he painted all of the grand pictures and the paintings that you see of Napoleon, like Napoleon's coronation, which you could find in a couple different places. One in the Versailles, and one in the Les Invalides, which is like the military museum in Paris, which I've been to. You could find those paintings there, which is really, really cool. All right, let's end this turn. Yes, they are attacking us. I think we could probably beat them. But I am actually going to retreat and see if we can take them on together. So we have to capture the city of Turin. For too many years has the kingdom of Piedmont Sardinia, not Sardinia, Piedmont, been a thorn to our side. Their persistent affiliation with the enemies of the Republic and their incursions upon French soil must be put to an end. Storm Turin and bring the kingdom to its knees. Will become our protectorate, which actually did happen in real life, but we didn't actually capture, Napoleon didn't actually capture Turin. He got to about here, and they surrendered after Colli, and his army was completely obliterated in about like 4 or 5 different major battles, or I guess 2 major battles and a bunch of different skirmishes. So let's come to about here, and let's have Napoleon attack Cuneo. All right, now we are ready for this. Our Jean Serurier or Davout, I don't know who that is. Let's go ahead and attack Michel Colli in the Battle of Cuneo in 1796. So I'm actually going to take this opportunity to play Napoleon Total War 2 and dump all of my knowledge on Napoleonic history onto you all. So if you're interested in that, like, subscribe to the channel if you want to learn more about Napoleonic history, and make sure to click the bell notification to not miss any episodes that we can continue on with this campaign. Ooh, I love this hill. This hill is it. This hill is it right here. So we're gonna send the artillery up there as close as we physically can. We're going to protect them on the left flank with the dragoons. And I think the militia can be on the inner side. And maybe we'll put 1 Fusiliers of line with them. Then we'll put the Grenadiers on the right flank. And then the basic infantry over there. So the Grenadiers, I want to put them on this side. Because the Grenadiers could hold their own. I believe that's all the infantry that we have. We should be getting reinforcements from who knows where. So we'll figure that out when we get to it. Let's move these dudes up on the hill so we can start battering the enemy. Ah, here they are. They're entering in from over here. So what was really good about Napoleon's corps system that he set up is how fast they can move. The armies during this time really had no answer to how fast the French army can move. It was literally out marching just about every army that he came across. Let's set Serurier over here with Napoleon. We'll put, these are Chasseurs et Cheval. We'll put them right here. So we do have some light infantry and another 6-pounder foot. We'll put them with this artillery over here. The light infantry, I think, will kind of support. We'll push them up a little bit. Revolutionary infantry, we'll push them over here. And the National Guard militia, we'll put them this way. Awesome. And we'll see if we can just park our artillery up here and have them come to us, because this is a great area to hit them with all of our artillery. I don't want to go to them. I want them to come to us. So we got to do some damage to them in order to do that. So if you have any questions on Napoleonic history or what you want to know, maybe might be able to answer them with the limited knowledge that I have on Napoleon. It's limited to the sense that I've read like 1 book and watched like 50 videos on Napoleonic history. But it's really an interesting time period, and it really did kind of form the mold of what the modern day world is. I mean, Napoleon set up the metric system in Europe as like a standard for measuring things. I mean, it's cool. Like during that time, I believe England was still using the pound, the foot, and things like that. That's why the US still uses it to this day. And, oh, let's watch them go over a fence. Look at them go. Wow. Wow. But it's pretty cool. Oh, I like this drummer. It does not sound like that, but it's still pretty cool. So let's see where their cavalry is. They got dragoons over here. The chasseurs won't be able to do much against them. So I'm actually going to push those guys up on the right flank and the chasseurs on the left. And if I'm pronouncing things wrong, I'm not French, so I most likely am pronouncing them wrong. So if I am, then I definitely am. I guess that's the logic behind that. Oh, the cannons are firing. That's okay. They suck. Hopefully we can get our cannons in position here soon. This one will have to wait, but once these guys get into position, we'll open fire on their artillery with one of them, and maybe get their line infantry. I'm not really worried about the militia or the militia garrison. Maybe I might be able to knock out Kali himself from the battlefield with just the artillery. Ooh, good hit on the militia. Now militia, they're going to retreat if there's even a second idea. A second that we are losing men, they're going to run. They're going to run. That's okay. All right, let's get you all unlimbered. Yeah, we'll sweep the flanks with the dragoons. Maybe we should meet them into the center of this town. I think that would be pretty interesting. Let's have y'all move up a little bit. Y'all keep your presence. I always forget about Napoleon. All right, let's hit these. We won't be able to hit the cannons, unfortunately, but we can hit their line infantry, which I definitely want to hit. These ruins might be something. Ooh, that's unfortunate. This is our light infantry. Let's put them right behind this hill. All right. Looks like the AI kind of know what they're doing here. Let's move them up. See if we can meet them. Let's see if we can support them with this artillery here. And we'll move up this infantry as well. And y'all, I think y'all could get into the town. Chasseurs or dragoons, let's march them around. Y'all are firing directly into nothing. It would be kind of dumb to move them up on this hill, but I kind of like taking risks. I like taking risks. Let's move those guys up in. Yeah, this is a clear shot here. Ooh, that artillery is doing some damage on them. Let's unlimber this artillery. Oh, they're going to run. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Firing. Oh, the first two lines fire. Actually, the way they did this was the first two lines fired, and maybe even the third line, and then they would pass the weapons back to have them reload to pass up their weapons, and that is how the lines worked back in the day. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. They are running. They cannot withstand the might of the French military, the Armée d'Italie. Even our militias get in on it. Let's have you guys come around here. Maybe you could shoot them. Ooh, they do gotta watch out for this. These dudes can get seriously hit. Now, typically, the chasseurs would be a part of the revolutionary, or would be a part of the line infantry, and they would kind of move up to fire in front of the lines. in front of the smoke, which is very interesting. Fun fact. Let's push up the militia, see what we can do. Alright, let's have you all move up as well. These guys are ready for it. Have them move up a little bit. Have these guys move up a little bit. Is there anybody meeting us over here? No. So then let us kind of skim this area, and we'll have these guys flank them. See, they're going to take their volleys from a far distance. Yeah, they're going to get some kills on us, but once we move up, we're going to get a solid volley on their line. Once they form up, take your shots, boys. Oh, yeah. You can see a couple of them dying. I love Napoleon Total War. I like line battles in general. I just find them so much fun. Oh, there's a tree blocking us. These guys are pushing up. Yep, they already ran after one singular volley. Let's push up. Y'all can stay there. You know what? Let's charge into the militia. All the artillery. See if you can't hit these guys. Now, do not chase them into those barricades. Oh yeah. See if we can hit their general staff. Oh, oh, what are they stopping here for? Oh, they're charging in. We're still firing on them directly in front. Yeah, the AI in this game has never been particularly good. So unfortunately stuff like that will happen, but, you know, what can you do? Ooh, we have their dragoons coming up. Let's charge. Let's charge in. Let's see a cavalry battle. Line or square? Square? Oh, they can't square. Oh no. That's not good. That is not good. Run, boys. Oh, they might retreat a little bit. Run, boys, run. Get out of here. Did they get hit? I don't think so. Maybe they did. Maybe they didn't. I'm never good at micromanaging cavalry. Alright, you guys reform. You guys go back. You're going to get killed by friendly fire. Let's get them off. Square. Push them up. Alright. Now we have them on the run. Let's push up with our line this way. Push up with this line over here. And the militia can move up yonder. While our artillery will focus on them. Yeah, they're taking pot shots at us, at our cav. Let's run this way. Let's see if we can meet them with our grenadiers. And you boys, you all can move up over here as well. Look at this armed citizenry. Ooh, they're coming. Oh lord, they're coming. Ooh, we hit our own dudes there. Come on, retreat, retreat. Surrender the town to us. I'm so glad the artillery doesn't have ammunition in this game. Ooh, they hit that. Oh, they're running. They do have 1 armed, 2 militia, 3 line infantry garrison, as well as a 12-pounder foot still. Oh, These guys are about to get absolutely rocked. You don't even have your full army, or your full division here. Oh, no. Yeah, form up. Yeah, great idea. Oh, brutal. Absolutely brutal. The chasseurs have used their ammunition. Where art thou? Ooh. Is that us? No. It's over here. We could kind of flank around them. Let's do it. Let's come up. Let's flank these dudes. Line. Ah, they didn't get it in time. Is that the dragoons? Yeah. Ooh, artillery! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! It's always the grenadiers that get absolutely wrecked. All right, form up, run. Get the general staff. I mean, they're probably luring me in with these barricades, but what's good about the Grenadiers is they have a lot of morale, so they can take a cavalry charge or two. But they won't be able to do a hell of a lot against them. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Getting one good cannon shot down this line would be absolutely incredible. Alright, let's send these guys over. Oh, they got their line infantry in a line, or in a square. Absolutely incredible battle. We absolutely destroyed them, as we should. We are the superior French army. Revolutionary France. Let's send those guys away. Ooh, no, don't run into them. Oh. Y'all didn't see that? Big barricade? Y'all didn't see that? All right, let's run around this and take them. Take them out. All right, cannons. I think you're done here. Let's get the kill. Close in on them. Let's send those cavalry into those guys. And that should be the battle. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward at this part. So I think we are good here. Let's see if we can hit those guys. They're going to get direct canister shot. Charge them. Yeah, there we go. That's it. That's the battle. Hell yeah. Heroic victory again. We probably lost a lot more troops than we needed to. Yeah, 332. This is more like what a real Napoleonic battle would have looked like. Like 3,000 troops versus 3,000 troops. 300 lost versus their 3,000 killed. Like, that is exactly what the battles looked like during the Italian campaign. Later on in Napoleonic's career, he would bring in 50,000, 60,000, 100,000 troops to battle across miles of space, with all of his different marshals controlling different parts of it. And yeah, so that looked really cool. We're going to go ahead and peacefully occupy Cuneo. We could get another magistrate. What does that give us? Bonus region to tax, +2 repression. Probably need to do that. I know Milan needs some repression. We could build a merchant house here, and I think we will. Ooh, actually, no. Let's build that supply depot like it wants us to. And we'll get those going. But I believe that will end the episode for today. If you enjoy the Napoleonic era, you want to see more and learn more about the Napoleonic history, then make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be going through the Italian campaign, the Egyptian campaign, and then we're kind of going to do a free-for-all on the European one and see if we can knock out the entire coalition and maybe even beat back the British, but that's in the future. Let's focus on today. We're going to be capturing Turin next. After that, they will be on our side. Then we'll capture Milan, the Battle of Lodi, if you ever heard of it. That's a major battle against the Austrians. Then we'll probably push up on Mantua, secure that, move up on Trent. In reality, the Republic of Venice actually got destroyed during this. During the peace treaty with Austria, France gave up this area, and France took the other side and established another republic in this whole region. We might have to go to war with the Pope for Bologna and maybe even Ancona, but I highly doubt it. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. Napoleon himself did that. And during each of his peace treaties with all of these different countries, he always took art with him and sent it back to the Louvre. So that is why the Louvre has like the most extensive art collection from all over the world, is because of Napoleon. And, well, later on they bought art, but a lot of the original art pieces did come from Napoleon stealing it from peace treaties. So I thought that's really cool. But that will end the episode, like I said. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye for now.